Hey guys, it's the first Tuesday in May, so this means you are getting your monthly reading. It's Tarot Tuesday with me, Jody Ann. Now, we just came out of the eclipse, right? That was the full moon this weekend on the 30th. Intense. There's been a lot of energy building leading up to this, right? So that's what we're going to focus on in our reading, how we can best deal with the energies that are coming up for us. Now, if you tuned into my podcast about this, it dropped on the 30th. If you haven't, babies, go listen. Okay, that's the logo, the witching half hour or so. I break down a lot of the themes that are going to be highlighted this eclipse season. A lot of Venusian themes. And whatever's coming up with for you, it's best to just roll with it, right? Notice and roll and notice and roll. I'm going to shuffle, but before I do, I want to tell you what deck I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using the Book of Shadows Tarot again. I'm liking this deck. I hope you're liking it too. I'm going to use the So Below because there's a lot of intense energies around, and I want to give you information about how you can deal with it in our here and now, okay? And at the end, I'll pull just one card from the As Above, kind of as a message, okay? All right, hang on, I'm going to shuffle. We have pulled the Magician, the High Priestess, Nine of Swords, and the Devil. Wow, lots happening here, hey? Our Magician card in this deck. We know that we came into this eclipse season prepared, right? We knew it was happening. We were feeling like we were in control. We were feeling like we were in our power. We knew we had our tools to deal with this, right? Seems like that's how we all entered into this, eyes wide open and ready. Unfortunately, the thing with eclipses is they do highlight the hiddenness behind things. And that's where we get the message from our High Priestess card. You really got to dive into your intuition, okay? I want you to not look just on what's at the surface of this. You need to dive deeper. You need to fearlessly go into your subconsciousness with this, because you're not alone in there. You have your highest self. You have the High Priestess guiding you. You have all the wisdom at your fingertips. You are both the Magician and the High Priestess, my love. You have all the tools you need and the wisdom to use them. That's your message going forward. I know more emotion has come up than you imagined. That's what this 9 is about, right? The 9 of Swords is always talking about sleepless nights, our fears becoming reality. And that's why I wanted to use this Book of Shadows below for how we're actually experiencing this eclipse energy around you, to give you some really good information. I'm not sure if you can see it really well. There we go. So when you're looking at this card, not only are there terrible, terrible bats and vultures circling around your bed. So that's your negative thoughts, right? Those are all the things, all the tapes you're telling yourself, all the old beliefs that are coming up, all the deeper layer of the onions for whatever issue is being highlighted for you. And remember, we're dealing with eclipse energy, an eclipse happening in Taurus. So these are our deep ideas about security, our ideas about how we relate to the people we love, whether those are our love relationships, our friendship relationships, or our family relationships, how we relate to money. Are we overspending? Are we sitting in a place of scarcity? Are we not believing in the abundance? And the trick to it, loves, is look who's outside the window. Her fae helpers are there. She's just not letting them in. So it's going to be very, very, very important this month to slow down, to get into that easy, loose, steady Taurian energy. Slow down and look and reflect. It's what the high priestess is saying too. Look deep, look deep, look deep in the mirror, not at the first glance. She's not looking at her reflection in the water. She's looking at her reflection in the moonbeam. That takes some concentration, right? That takes some deeper diving, some reflection. This is going to be a whole month of reflection because remember, on the full moon, we have a eclipse. In 15 days, we have a lunar eclipse in the same sign. So these themes are going to keep building and keep working our way through things. So we need to dive into these energies and go with the flow with them, to not fight them, but lean into them, examine them, and take our time with them. We are in a series of eclipses. Eclipses always happen in series, and this set all happens in Taurus. Ba-bang, ba-bang. Solar eclipse, then the lunar eclipse. So you're going to be looking at the night and day of both of these energies. The same energies that came up this week and this weekend and that have been building are going to continue to work their magic through your life in the next few weeks too. And it's going to be a whole month of this. I'm so sorry to tell you, loves, but that's what's happening. How we relate, that's the devil card. How we relate to our addictions is going to come up. How we relate to, I think indulgences might be a better way to say it, right? Maybe for you, it's not rich food. Maybe your Venetian indulgence is something different, but keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on your patterns around it this week. Everything's going to be very intense this week. And we really want to look at our own patterns. Try not to look at the patterns of others. Have compassion for the fact that we're all in this energy the same. So many of us are going to be acting out, right? I'm going to be feeling the feels. You're going to be feeling the feels. Your loved ones are going to be feeling the feels. So breathe. Know that people may be reactive with you because they're in this energy too. I'm going to shuffle the As Above deck and I'm going to get a little piece of advice to carry you through. So the card that I pulled from the As Above half of the deck is the Three of Earth. Highlighting abundance for one. There's so much abundance within this card. Look at that. Look at all the flowering abundance. So remembering in our themes, in our Venusian themes, what the idea of scarcity and abundance is. Remember your abundance. And maybe there's financial struggles. I mean, come on, let's be real. Gas is through the roof. We're in the middle of an impending war, right? We have invasions. We have been dealing with supply chain issues for 2 years. So when we can't find abundance within our material world, we need to look deeper. How are you truly abundant? How are you truly abundant? How much creativity is flowing in your life? How much relational love and compassion is flowing in your life? And I know, baby, that's not going to put food in your fridge, but supply issues and distribution issues are not a lack in our world. Our natural world can support us. Our bodies can support us. Our resources can support us. We need to focus on what we have. Gratitude journaling would be great at this point, right? Even just one thing every day, one blossom that you have amidst what feels like such chaos and amidst the kind of chaos that makes us want to act out in our indulgences, right? So that's your guidance from spirit, from your higher realm, from the as above. Remember your abundance in all aspects of your life. I hope this helps you going through the eclipse season. If you like it, please subscribe. I'll be back next month with another monthly reading. I do drop a weekly reading every single Tuesday over on TikTok. I'm at the Witching Half Hour or so over there. And I do have the podcast. I'm all over the place. For everything I'm doing, please go check out my website. It's jodiannpsychicmedium.com. There is links to everything I'm doing. You can request a reading from me. You can see what I'm doing and events I'm going to be at in the Lower Mainland. Head on over, drop me a line. Love to hear from you. Okay, take care, babies. May all your blessings be.